What's up, everybody? Just got this cool little camera that I'm trying out, so I want to take you on a little weekend vlog. Starting with what I do every Saturday from 6 to 7 in the morning, I watch the Perpetual Adoration Chapel in Erie. So I'm responsible for being present from 6 to 7 in the morning every Saturday. As you can tell, it's a pretty competitive job. There are lots of people here, and yeah. Anyway, after that, I come home and I take a nap, which is like maybe one of the highlights of my entire weekend, to be honest. And then on this particular Saturday, I woke up and I went to get some brunch with some friends. I went to Gem City Diner, which is right next door to the studio. And this was also kind of an interesting Saturday brunch because on my way there, one of my friends who you're about to see happened to get engaged. So that was kind of interesting. But while I waited for us to get a table, I stopped in at work and I swapped out some cymbals that were broken for some new cymbals that I got. So just prepping for the show later. And here are some of my friends. Okay, so now it is 1 p.m. on Saturday, and I'm kind of getting ready to set up my work day for the Saturday. So I'm going to be filming some videos. So I'm just getting my camera set up, and once I'm finished filming some videos, I'm back on the road. Today we had a show at Big Bar, so we have to load up the van and get everything ready. As I walk in, I have a nice conversation with Trevor, who's the bassist of First to 11, asking him how his Christmas went, and very on brand for Trevor. He is now rationalizing some new purchases that he made that are usually related to instruments and more specifically related to Blink-182. So as you can see, he is talking about how he just adores his new Mark Hoppus bass over his old Mark Hoppus bass. Man, love that guy though. Seriously. So now we are packing up for Big Bar, loading up the van. Here's me being extremely strong and sexy and handsome and loading that all by myself. Here's me and Ryan loading in the rack, which is the heaviest piece of gear and the bane of my existence. I would do pretty much anything to never have to lift that thing again. This is us just doing some last minute checks before we get to Big Bar. So here we are loading in some merch. I'll usually have to make 2 or 3 trips. Usually it's me and 2 other members who are loading in. We pack pretty lightly. And yeah, this is a POV. This is what it would look like, when I'm loading into Big Bar. There's our singer, Audra, in front of me. So I have this camera, I mentioned at the beginning, and it's great. It's kind of like a body camera almost. And it's pretty inconspicuous, which I love. I still kind of try to cover it up with my hands sometimes because I feel like, some people just aren't super cool with the recording thing, but it's pretty cool. So anyway, here is the inside of Big Bar, and then this is us setting up. So it usually takes us, anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes to 25 and 35 minutes, I'd say, to set up. We're pretty efficient, and this was the day that we did not have to bring our own PA. So pretty standard protocol, yapping before the show, gabbering, if you will. And coming up here is going to be a sound check, but I also was approached by somebody with this. This is a vintage poster of my band back when we had a different name. I wasn't even around, but memories. All right, anyway, here's a little sound check. And then here is an actual song from our set. So what you just heard was actually part of our first set. So we'll play 3 sets, each an hour long, 30-minute break between. So it ends up being 3 full hours of music, 4 hours in total. It's pretty standard for like a bar set for a cover band at least. And this is what the green room of Big Bar looks like. In between sets, I honestly kind of like to get away from the loudness, the chaos. So I'll just come up here and kind of hang out by myself for a little bit. And after the show, this is just what it looks like when we pack up. Big Bar turns into a club right after the band is done for the night. So as soon as we're done, it's pretty easy to get out of there. Everybody is kind of like ready to go, hit the dance floor. So we can get out of there pretty easily. And this is, I guess, another POV of what it would look like if you were leaving Big Bar. You can see they're like getting the club lights ready, and pretty sure here are like 3 people who walk out that are just like they're ready to go. They're in club mode. I don't know. But anyway, here's what it looks like. We're out now. Usually making, again, 2 or 3 trips on the way out to load up the van. And here is me and Ryan being, really strong and sexy dudes loading up the van. Yeah, flexing those muscles. The nice thing is when we load up, we do not have to go back to the studio afterwards. We can just go home for the night and unload another day. And this is kind of what it sounds like when we're done.
Good job. Good job not getting sick. Good job being here. Good job playing drums.
I did not do that good playing drums today.
Hey, you tried your best.
I just want everyone to know you're being recorded right now.
Every time I look down, I'm like, oh my god, what's on him? What is it? It's a camera.
It's a make old people mad device.
He's got a cord everyone in my pacemaker.
Literally crazy.
Yeah, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? We just got done playing a show.
Nice.
There's your thumbnail.
Might have to clickbait some thumbnail with that right there. But anyway, getting home now. I thankfully live very close to Big Bar, so I have a pretty short commute. And it's time to go to bed. My routine after I play shows is usually I like to just watch a little bit of SVU and hit the hay. Monday morning now, and here's some boring stuff that I do in my life, but, it's the content everybody's dying to see, I guess. Here is me feeding my cats, not featured from this camera angle, unfortunately, is my cat just doing his weird little, tornado dance thing that he does. It's basically my animals acting as if I don't feed them, which is, just so crazy, because they don't even pay rent, and they act like I'm like a bad cat dad. It's crazy. I love them anyway. Here's another not very glorious thing about my life is scooping cat litter. Not a requirement to be a musician, but just kind of ended up here somehow. Here's me vacuuming so that I don't run into centipedes that hide in cat litter, because that gives me a heart attack. Anyway, now I'm gonna feed myself, so I'm gonna make myself a little bit of coffee here. Pretty standard morning routine, I'd say. Here's me hanging out with my cat, sniff, sniff. And after this, I think it is, talk about really day in the life stuff. I always have to move my car in the morning because I'm blocking in my girlfriend, and I just never street park because I'm an idiot. So I basically run outside in my underwear every morning to go move my car and scare the neighbors. Anyway, here's me setting up to film some short form content, still in my underwear because I have not found the motivation to put on pants. There's me editing said short form video and then streaming on YouTube. I usually stream when I do my covers, try and give people a little behind the scenes. I was doing Jesse's Girl that day. Here's me packing up my lunch for work that I'm going to be heading into soon. And additionally, just making some food for myself. Need to get on a better eating schedule, that's for sure. While I eat, I usually watch some Doug DeMuro. I'm a massive Doug DeMuro fan. Before I head to work, I am gonna just try and finish up a little bit more of Jesse's Girl while I can, and then I'm off to work. Here's an extremely cringy shot of me shifting gears in my car. I thought it'd be cool. It was not at all. I regret it, and I'm embarrassed by it, but I'm leaving it in so I can humble myself. Anyway, at this point, it's about 3 p.m. I usually teach from like about 3 to 7 every day, give or take like a half hour. So before some lessons come in, I am just doing more covers. You guessed it. I mean, that's my life. Pretty much sitting behind my computer all day. But here is me teaching 2 awesome little students who are brothers, and they're starting a band, and they're writing songs, which is crazy for their age. This is me teaching a bass student of mine, and this is me setting up with a drum student of mine. Kind of showing him how to set up some drums, but as you can probably tell, he's mostly just interested in talking about Fortnite. But you know what? If my students are into Fortnite, then I'm into Fortnite. If they're into Skibbity Toilet, then I'm into Skibbity Toilet, and you can quote me directly on that. Like I said, I usually teach for 3 to 4 hours a day, and if I don't have any lessons, any lessons, or I have a break in my day, I am just working on more covers. But anyway, here's one of my students working on a drum beat, and my last lesson for this day, for Monday, is really fun. It's like a father and a son who are kind of in a band together, and they're writing songs, and they're doing these really cool covers. And I really like these lessons because I have an excuse to pick up an instrument and play. A lot of times I'm just kind of hands off, but this time I get to just have some fun and play with them. So I'm heading out now. Teaching for, last couple hours, and when I get home, wind down with some more SVU. After that, next day, whoa, okay, so I'm doing more covers, obviously, behind the computer. Here I'm going for a run. I try to run at least 3 to 4 times a week if the weather's nice, which it has been lately, so I'm getting outside as much as I can. It is New Year's Eve, I am kind of realizing now. Meeting up with a friend, and we decided to grab some coffee. And he wanted to work on Logic, which is the software that I use to record songs. He really wants to learn how to produce. So I tried to help him out with that, and then I get back to some normal, boring household stuff, doing some dishes, and getting some ice cream for New Year's Eve. I am pretty much the least exciting person when it comes to nightlife, partying, that kind of thing. So I just got ice cream and went to my parents' house, and I didn't even stay there till the ball dropped. I just went home afterwards. I'm just a little boring that way, but that's okay. Ate some delicious leftover Christmas food, which was pretty great. Tried to draw, which I cannot. And then to round out this vlog, I just asked my dad if he could show me his turntable, because I'm interested in getting one. And that's my vlog. That's my weekend vlog. My weekends look pretty similar. Usually a show, some social time, and just working on a lot of stuff for 1st to 11. But if you guys like this, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do some more vlogs in the future, and I'll try and plan them around some more exciting stuff in my life. So thank you so much for watching.